Hello there and welcome back. I'm Willow Grace, and I want to thank you for joining me as we take a look ahead at your astrology forecast for the month of June. Now, before we start talking about astrology, if you're interested in working with me, you can visit my webpage to schedule a tarot and astrology consultation. You can also learn and participate by signing up for one of my classes or workshops. If you would like to receive your monthly astrology update by email, this information can be found at willowgracemystic.com, or you can sign up in the link below. Sagittarius, there has been an explosion of color and life that happens every year this time. And with that, we are reminded of the buildup of Taurus and Aries energy this month, because we have Venus, Uranus, and Mercury all in the grounded and earthy sign of Taurus. And we're now ready to relax and begin to focus on things that bring us pleasure. And with expansive Jupiter and fiery Mars, both in the pioneering sign of Aries, this is going to be a time of expanding and starting something new. You may have to dive in deeper, because this is about planting seeds, beginning things that are enjoyable, bringing pleasure and beauty, especially in the areas of self-care. This can be also obsessive and have you wanting to find activities where you can slow down and just enjoy the beauty that's around you, to sink in and live more in the moment and be connected with others and nature. Now, the sun is alone in Gemini, serving as an opportunity to communicate these thoughts and ideas with self and others. So while we're settling in with this grounded energy, we continue to work with Mercury still stationed retrograde. It's going to continue its backward trek in the sky until June 3rd. Therefore, continue to use caution when signing important documents, and if possible, postpone the important starts of any major projects. Remember that this is the time to go back and finish, redo, complete projects that you have already started. I use Mercury retrograde as a time for clearing, cleaning, and reorganizing. This is the best time to finish what was started so we can begin anew with a clean slate. At this time, you may feel that your energy may be a little bit sluggish, because when this planet is moving backwards, that is how we feel. When it begins to move direct, this will be the universe giving us the green light that we can move forward with new projects and activities. Then our energy levels will begin to pick up over the next coming weeks. And for you, this is going on in your house of, I need to find balance between work and health, spiritual, mental, physical health, well-being, and with pets. Then, beginning on June 4th, October 23rd, Saturn, the planet of discipline and stability, is going to station retrograde in the visionary sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius represents connections with family and friends and ideas. Saturn is responsible and reliable. So while in retrograde, this is not a good time for significant work changes. Use caution in decisions in your areas of work and your finances, and in signing of important contracts. This retrograde may have you feeling that your ability to move forward can be stalled or sluggish or slowed down. So use caution with harsh judgments, Saturn, on others, Aquarius, and ideological instability. And this is going on in your house of closer to home. This is communication and siblings and neighbors. This is writing and journaling and schooling and things that you are doing, are lower education or shorter trips, anything that has to do with cousins, aunts, uncles. All right, then on June 11th, Venus, which represents our money and our values, it's going to be conjunct Uranus in the grounded earthy sign of Taurus. Now, this is dynamic energy. It's mainly going to affect earth signs and our home life. The focus will be turned on our careers and our finances, because we should also include Pluto in this, as it can be seen as moving away. This period may be to push us to personal transformation and to draw attention to our lives in all types of Taurus themes. And these include stability, strength, sensuality, tenacity, and being filled with deep emotion. June is going to be a time that you're going to want to focus on loved ones. That's another Taurus theme. To slow down and just to enjoy the flow. And for you, that's how do you combine work and home? How do you do both of these things together? Pets are found here. Our health is here. This is our mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being, and balancing this with our work and our service to others. Next, on June 13th, Mercury, the planet of technology and travel, is now out of its shadow and moving direct. Yes. So it's pulling forward full steam ahead and it's joining the sun in the sign of Gemini. Now, Mercury loves this placement and it's at home here. The sun will illuminate topics of conversation. Gemini energy amplifies, especially air signs. Gemini themes at this time will include your social life, your ability to have a conversation with others on improving the world or global ideas. This is going to be the perfect time for making new friendships that are going to be blossoming on an intellectual level. Mercury in Gemini loves to probe the minds of others and needs to be able to understand their thoughts. And for you, this is you with your partnership sector. This is you with wanting to connect with your significant other, with clients, one-on-one relationships. This could be a marriage partner or a business partner. This is the house that you can enhance your mutual communication to feel connected and be closer with them. So for the next few weeks, your thoughts and communication is going to be witty and intellectual and a point of strength. Then on June 14th, we're going to have a supermoon in the fiery sign of Sagittarius. This will be the first one of the year. Sag is a mutable sign, and full moons, they bring endings and closures and culminations and a time to be receptive. It is a time to take the light and the awareness of spirit into your emotional and physical body. Since this is a supermoon, expect the energy to be stronger and you may feel more emotional. Sagittarius is the 9th sign of the zodiac, representing seeing the bigger picture, travel, higher thought, mind. It is full of fire and enthusiasm and working with masculine energy. This moon evokes philosophical thoughts within us, probing us to look for the meaning of life. Since Sagittarius is a global sign and it views the bigger picture, the moon is going to be revealing things that are hidden. This transit is profound time to say goodbye, to set these old plans and these past baggage that we've been carrying ablaze, burn it, get it gone. It's to move forward and step into and embrace this new adventure of your life. And for you, this is you focusing on yourself. This is you focusing on how people see you, how you are perceived in the world, how you see yourself. It's how you come out. It's how you present yourself. So something will be revealed and changed. Then the following day, the moon enters the responsible sign of Capricorn. So something about you will be revealed, how you look, how you act, how people see you. And then the next day you're going to say, and now I want to work on changing, or where do I move forward with this energy? So, because Capricorn, the greater attention is going to be here. And right now, this is where you want to end up. You're going to have a goal of where do you want to be moving forward. You're going to be able to think in more practical terms and be able to move forward with it. Then on June 16th, the sun, which rules our ego and our life's purpose, is going to square off with the illusionary planet of Neptune. Now, the sun rules the fiery sign of Leo, and it illuminates our personality and creative self-expression. So the sign of Neptune, it inspires all types of dreams, imagination, and intuition. And because the sun is entering a square, this is a conflict or a tension point with Neptune. So we may experience problems motivating ourselves, wanting instead to daydream. And this square is between your home life and your partnership sector. And so your mother, your roots, your family, your foundation, your home. And this could be your significant other or a work partner or client. It is you in the outside world with somebody else. And since we also have Saturn retrograde energy that's very active, maybe you might be feeling at this time that you do not want to innovate anything new. Some people may be feeling sadness or disappointment and confusion about events from the past. Many may be subject to deceptive Neptune influences that lead us in a way that we do not want to go down that path. All the while, Neptune could have some of us seeing the best of people and may assert their beliefs onto others. This is going to be a good time for you to focus on yourself, your plans, your goals. Take time for you. Focus on what you're going through and make a plan for it step by step. Then on June 19th, all inner planets are direct. Hallelujah. This is the second window of opportunity to put things out into the universe and work with the flow. The energy is flowing outward for creation. So at this time, there can be more energy for what you want to do. This window is open until mid-August. It is time to manifest, create, launch something new, make big decisions, invest, move to a new space for work or for home, start new projects, look for some clarity for some future planning. Then on June 20th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in a beautiful, harmonious aspect with the expansive planet of Jupiter. Mercury represents our thoughts and our consciousness, and it's in its home sign of Gemini. So the planet of our everyday communication and travel is going to have you analyzing and defining the way that you communicate with others. So you look to your partnership sector, and you look to your house of fun and romance and creativity and children and affairs. And this is going to have you developing some kind of knowledge, some kind of understanding on these two topics. And this can be anything that will help you appreciate and move forward with. Maybe making a plan for children, maybe this is creativity, and this is children, and this is romance, and this is partnership. This can be work partnerships or significant other partnerships. So this transit will encourage you to expand your mind, Jupiter, and open the door to success with communication skills, Mercury. Then on June 21st, the sun is going to leave airy Gemini and shift into the watery sign of Cancer. This is also known as the summer solstice. In the northern hemisphere, the June solstice or summer solstice, it occurs when the sun travels along its northernmost path in the sky. This marks the astronomical start of summer in the northern half of the globe. In the southern hemisphere, it is the opposite, marking the start of winter, where the sun is at its lowest point in the sky. So the summer solstice is the day of the longest period of sunlight. Our sun will be at the highest point in the sky. The summer solstice reminds us that nothing lasts forever. We live in a realm where everything is constantly changing, growing, dying, being reborn. This is a time of letting go and of acceptance, to be fully in the here and now, to be present and soak up the richness of today, to release what no longer serves you, be in the moment, and be prepared to receive the renewal and the rebirth of what has been sown. Now, this shift into this period can be very emotional because the sun spreads emotional intelligence, and it directs our attention at this time of family and of working with it's our partnership sector of where we have contracts. It's our wills, it's our legacies, it's our joint finances, it's our taxes, it's our birth, death, rebirth, it is sex. It is the house of transformation and wanting to understand things, mysteries on a deeper level. We may feel motivated and urged to make an emotional connection with new people, new beginnings of warmer and longer days, and new adventures. They're awaiting everybody because this is summer. This is our time to spend with family in our new home environment. The desire to feel safe and secure. You may want to take some time and reflect on what you've learned throughout the last lunar cycle. This is a new season of softness, nurturing energy. Emotional sensitivity is going to be emerging from it. Your intuition is going to be spot on, and you're going to need this to guide you through what you need to do to finish up, to let go and move on from. Stronger bonds emotionally can be formed now, and you may feel stronger and be more confident in your commitments. Next, on June 22nd, Venus, the planet of passion and desires, enters the thought-provoking sign of Gemini. And so for the next several weeks, love and romance is going to be greatly influenced by intellect, wit, and logic. So at this time, conversation is going to be the key to connect with others. And then on June 28th, the moon is going to join the sun in your 8th house again. And for you, this is the birth, death, rebirth, transformation house. And this is a beautiful watery new moon in an intuitive sign. New moons, they bring clean slates, fresh starts, and new beginnings. They are a perfect time for setting intentions for the future. This new moon in Cancer is in a harmonious time to connect with global perspective, internal emotions, your mood, and habits. Cancer is the 4th sign of the zodiac, and it represents comfort, self-care, and cozy, safe spaces. This moon is going to be opening up a doorway for new opportunities for creating an environment that helps you feel safe, warm, comfortable, and secure. Then later the same day, we're going to have Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions, stationing retrograde. Now, Neptune's movement is associated with creativity and imagination for music, art, poetry. So at this time, you may discover a new skill or a new hobby, as it's going to have you focusing inward. Using caution, I encourage you for overindulgence, because Neptune always wants to, not always, but a lot of times, wants you to escape reality. This is a perfect opportunity for a boost of spiritual enlightenment. Our minds are going to be focused inward with dreamy idealism. So be cautious of the desire to sink in fully to your inner fantasy world, and look for connections that are helpful in opening up more opportunities. I do want to offer a glance ahead for July 1st, because we are going to have Mars square Pluto, and this is going to be a difficult aspect, as this energy will affect the last week of June, because it can develop 5 days before and 5 days after the 1st. So around this time, do not antagonize and use caution with your ego. I'll be sharing more information as the date approaches. Thank you for listening and watching this video. If you would like to receive your updates as soon as they come out, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel below. Make sure you share with your friends that you think could benefit from this information. You can also find me on Facebook, where I host live offerings and personal updates. To sign up for my newsletter, you can visit willowgracemystic.com or click in the link below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this energy and how it is manifesting in your life in the comments below.